I get it. Some fans aren't thrilled about DCU diving into a Clayface movie before focusing on Batman. But what if I told you there's talk about a Nightwing movie in the works, and we might have the perfect actor lined up for the role? One of the coolest takeaways from James Gunn and Peter Safran's DC Studios lineup is how they're handling The Dark Knight. Sure, we know Matt Reeves is working on the Batman sequel, but there's another project brewing that's giving us a whole new take on Batman. Called The Brave and the Bold, this movie will introduce a fresh version of Batman into the DCU. The kicker? It'll be the first time since 1997's infamous Batman and Robin that we see Robin in live action. And not just any Robin, but Damian Wayne. Gunn even called it a father and son story, and the best part? Other Bat family members will be making appearances too. I've always had a soft spot for the entire Bat family, but Dick Grayson has been my favorite for as long as I can remember. That's why I'm thrilled about James Gunn's plan to include more of Batman's crew in the DCU. They're such an essential part of the Dark Knight story. Now, not every member of the Bat family will make it into the mix, but I'm really crossing my fingers for the OG Robin to show up. With that said, let's dive into why Nightwing absolutely deserves his own movie. Robin, brought to life by Batman creators Bill Finger, Bob Kane, and Jerry Robinson, first appeared in Detective Comics number 38 back in 1940. He was introduced to appeal to younger readers and to soften Batman's brooding persona. Dick Grayson, the original Robin, came from a circus family known as the Flying Graysons. Tragically, like Bruce Wayne, he was orphaned at a young age. Dick watched his parents fall to their deaths during a performance, a crime orchestrated by the villain Tony Zuko. Bruce, recognizing a shared pain in Dick, took him in as his ward and trained him to fight crime by his side. But as much as Dick needed Bruce, Bruce needed Dick just as much. Together, they formed the iconic dynamic duo. Of course, all partnerships evolve, and Dick eventually outgrew the role of Robin. Over the years, he's taken on many identities: super spy, amnesiac, and even Batman himself. But the one that truly stands out as his most beloved and enduring persona? Nightwing. Though Bruce and Dick share similar tragic pasts, they're fundamentally different people. While Dick initially thought he'd one day step into Batman's shoes, his time leading the Teen Titans changed his trajectory. Being with the Titans allowed him to find his independence, moving away from Bruce's shadow. That independence came at a cost, though. Batman values loyalty above all, and as incredible as Dick is, he couldn't be everywhere at once. The rift between them had been growing for some time, fueled by moments of tension and even a near-fatal shooting, until Dick finally decided to go solo. Dick officially stepped out as Nightwing in Tales of the Teen Titans number 44 in 1984, rocking his iconic first costume, a bit disco-inspired but still memorable. When Dick became Nightwing, he moved his base of operations to Blüdhaven, a city somehow more corrupt and crime-ridden than Gotham. If you're curious about diving into Nightwing's story, the Chuck Dixon-Scott McDaniel run from the 90s is a fantastic starting point. It solidified Dick as the hero we know and love today, though Nicola Scott's artistic take on Dick's assets is unforgettable for its own reasons. Back in 2017, Nightwing fans were thrilled when a movie about the character was announced. Chris McKay, the director of the Lego Batman movie, was on board to direct, with a script planned from Ozark creator Bill Dubuque. McKay was clearly passionate about the project, but by 2021, he admitted it was stuck in limbo. While James Gunn and Peter Safran didn't mention Dick Grayson specifically in their DCU lineup, it's hard to believe Nightwing isn't part of their long-term plans. These two are big fans of the source material, so leaving out such a pivotal character seems unlikely. I love a brooding Dark Knight. His found family shows a whole different side of him. Characters like Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, and Damian Wayne are just the tip of the iceberg. Add in Batgirl, Batwoman, Oracle, Huntress, Batwing, Ace the Bat Hound, and the Signal, and you're still not covering everyone. The Bat family isn't just a side note, they're vital to understanding who Bruce Wayne is. He's more than just the emotionally stunted Dark Knight or the billionaire playboy. He's also the mentor, the father figure, and, yes, a pretty messed up patriarch. But even with his flaws, Bruce has helped his team heal from their traumas and build something meaningful. Considering how well most of them turned out, that's no small feat. Bringing this dynamic to live action isn't easy, sure. There's always the risk of it feeling cheesy. But it's way overdue for this corner of Batman's world to make its big screen debut. The comics have been doing it beautifully. Now it's time for the films to catch up. Now, let's be clear. Dick Grayson isn't just the guy with the best butt in comics. What makes him truly stand out is who he is as a character. He could have easily ended up as a carbon copy of Bruce Wayne, shaped by tragedy and consumed by it. But Dick didn't let his trauma define him the way it did Bruce. There's a warmth to him, a lightness that shines even when he's in full Nightwing mode. Unlike Bruce, who needs to act the part of a charming billionaire, Dick's charisma is 100% real. He's not just a hero, he's a guy who genuinely cares. Sure, he's taken up the Batman mantle before, but he's always been his own person. The cape? Not his style, it just slows down his acrobatics. Dick brings something to the table that Bruce doesn't: hope and humor, even in the darkest of situations. At first, it seemed logical to follow the Marvel-style approach. Introduce Dick Grayson as Robin in a few Batman movies, let him shine in a Teen Titans film, and then finally reward fans with a Nightwing solo project. But honestly, who wants to wait until 2040 for that? The DCU is carving its own path, distinct from the MCU, and James Gunn has made it clear that it's okay to break the mold. Both Teen Titans and Young Justice have already proven that these young heroes can step out of their mentor shadows and thrive. With the DCU introducing a new Batman and members of the Bat family, why not dive right into Dick's story? If we're jumping ahead to Damian Wayne as Robin, there's no reason Dick can't have his time to shine, whether it's as Nightwing or in his role as a mentor and leader. Now, this isn't a knock on Titans fans, but let's be real. The show's version of Dick Grayson doesn't quite hit the mark. Where's the high-flying acrobatics, the razor-sharp wit, the irresistible charm? Yes, Dick has seen his share of darkness, but that's never defined him. He's the guy who finds the light and uses it to inspire others. The greatest Nightwing stories thrive when he's on his own, away from Batman's looming presence. Dick Grayson is more than just a sidekick. He's a hero in his own right, and arguably one of the most fun and relatable ones DC has to offer. So come on, DC, give this guy a movie. And we might even have a perfect casting for it as well. Timothée Chalamet, known for Dune, Little Women, and Wonka, has made a potential DCU Nightwing casting sound a lot more possible. He recently shared that he'd be open to taking on a superhero role, under one condition. If the script was great, if the director was great, I'd have to consider it. Now here's the cool part. The movie that inspired Chalamet to pursue acting was The Dark Knight. That connection alone makes the idea of him suiting up as Nightwing feel like a perfect fit. With Chalamet being one of the hottest stars in Hollywood right now, casting him as Nightwing wouldn't just add star power, it'd make Dick Grayson a key player in the DCU. Well, that's it for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more updates on this and other exciting upcoming movies. We'll see you next time.